Hi, everybody. Welcome to week three. You'll see that week three is pretty open-ended, and I'm sure you're noticing that as a trend in this class. It's super dependent on you working with your class to outline how you're going to move through your weekly tasks. So this week's pretty simple, though. You're going to have an instructor overview video, um, which you're listening to right now. So it's kind of meta, but you have your readings, which are ongoing. Your tasks. This is really the portion that I need you all to outline with one another, to create your own metacognitive checklists so that you're aware of what you need to do in the context of the group. Establish your own Google Hangouts, your own perhaps Blackboard Collaborate sessions, conference calls to make sure that you're really nailing these weekly tasks. Your reflection journals are great. Just a quick reminder to please, if you're doing them in Google Docs, please submit them into the region here that's indicated for you to do that. That just helps me grade them. But I am checking the Google Docs as well, so thank you very much. And shout out to Barbara for that awesome template. And just a reminder that you can schedule time with me. I'm also going to be available every Wednesdays from 3:30 to 5 in our Blackboard Collaborate session. With that said, some great conferences happened this week and some great conversations around triangulating your data. So I know your data collection methods were due does not mean you cannot edit them. Okay, as long as you're not changing the heart of the data you're gathering, how you structure them and how you think about them to answer your research questions is the most important thing. And it's important to remember that the only purpose of collecting your data is to answer your research questions. But unlike the typical sciences, let's say, for example, I'm watering a plant and I'm measuring how much that plant grows. Okay, so watering the plant is my intervention, and how much the plant grows is what I'm measuring. In order to get at how the plant grows, really, all I need is a ruler and perhaps a video camera to monitor that over time. I don't have to triangulate anything. I know exactly if it grew, I could maybe measure nutrients. But either way, it's very easy to get at that. When we're getting at something like SEL strategies on motivation, our ruler is more complex. Think of triangulation as the ruler. Okay? And that's why chapter 5 is essential for you to look at. And specifically, this chart right here, talking about the methods of triangulation. So, how am I going to answer whether or not a plant grew? Observational data. That's it. Videotapes. Boom, I got it. The plant grew. How am I going to measure whether or not students' performance or motivation increased? Well, I'm going to have to look across all three of these things: artifacts, observational data, and inquiry data to answer a specific research question. So in the email for this week, I posted this template. And I just really feel like it's simple, but it's a really nice way for you to organize your data around your research question specifically. So you can take your first research question, write it here in blue, and then you can indicate what is the artifact or artifacts I will use or gather to answer that first research question in the context of my IRB. What is some observational data that I will gather in the context of my IRB to answer this research question? And similarly, what is some inquiry data that I will gather to answer this research question? And by putting it this way, you as a team can look and say, whoa, I have a ton of observational data, but not any student interviews. Or I have a ton of summative artifacts, but no checklists in the classroom. So you really want to have a nice equal representation of all of these. And the same thing for research question 2. You'll notice that I put the page in Hendrix. So between pages 73 and 81, we're looking at artifacts. 82 and 89, we're looking at observational data. And 90 till the end, we're looking at inquiry. Nice graphic. Take this, make a copy, make it your own, keep it real. Have a great week 3.